Hello guys, I'm doing this video to show you how to read the current state of a smart contract built on Bitcoin using just the TXID of its deployed transaction without the need of keeping tracking of every interaction or every transaction of interaction with the contract by using sCrypt API. So here I have the deploy transaction of a contract, a counter, and I have done some interactions with this contract and want to read the state of my counter. Let me just show you. The contract is here, stateful SC02. So I have this contract here that is already deployed and some interactions were done. To use the sCrypt API, you need a key. You need to make an account in the sCrypt web page and create an account. In this account, you have this key both for testnet and mainnet. I'm not supposed to show you this key, but it's just a test for to make this video. So, and you have here two ways to indicate the network you are working with, either testnet or mainnet. If you have the latest version of the library, you can just use this version here. But if you have the old version like me, I use this network testnet as or mainnet just as a string, and it will work. This is also a private key for making videos that I use here, and you have to use the sCrypt provider to enable this reading, this tracking of the smart contract by their API. You build a sign and all this configuration here it's the same they show in the docs, and I have here the deploy TXID of my contract. So using this configuration, I connect with the sCrypt API and connect a signer and I can read the state of my contract, the state of the count variable in my contract, the current state, and I get also the script hash of the contract. If you want it, you can have the script hash to track the current transaction of your contract. So if we just interact reading the state of the contract, it does not create a new transaction. It just reads the current state that is stored in a transaction, and it will give us the current state of the counter here. Look, and the script hash if you want to track the script of the current state of your contract. I will copy it here, placing the script hash here in the Watson Chain website. We get some interactions with this smart contract. The last state is this one here, and we know if you can read in this opcodes, you can find here the state of the contract, but it's not the case. So we can track the current state of the contract here in the blockchain. Use the script hash of the contract to update the state of the contract, so that sCrypt API keep track for you of this state. You have to interact with the contract also using their API. So we configure all the API here, and we tell them the EXID of the deployed transaction also, and we can interact with the contract using their API. So here in this interaction file, it will interact with the contract 3 times. So in this execution here, it will update the state 3 times, and the current state, that is 6, must be 9 at the end of the interaction. So let's see how it will go here. It is doing the job and performing the communication with the API and doing the writing. So here it's writing in the blockchain, and it's updated already the state for 7, the counter, and we have here the current TXID, and it's already updated, and now the state of the contract is here. That's already being used to update for the next stage. So we have here the current state of the contract. So these are old, and all we have to know is here in this transaction, and the current state of the contract is here. If we use the read to get the current state of the contract using the API of sCrypt, we will get the state of the counter as 9, and the current state of the contract is here in this transaction. So if I go to the Watson Chain website and place here the EXID of the current state of the contract, I will be directed to the transaction, and I have from where this state came from and the current state. If you compare the script hash here in this transaction with the script hash that the read code gave us, they are the same. So they should be the same, because the current state of the contract is in this transaction here, with the TXID is here, and we have the state, the current state, and the script hash of the contract in that transaction, the current state transaction. So guys, this is what I have to show you today. Keep cool, and may God bless you all.